And hello everyone, how are you tonight? How is everybody out there? I'm doing fine. This is MC Hellspawn here, playing FortressCraft Evolved. Having a good time, just building, mining, automating, doing our FortressCraft thing. So, we're here in the patch 22 world once again, although we are still patch 22. So, what have we been doing? Well, I did a little bit while we were offline. As you know, we've been working on the freight cart system, getting that moving along, trying to find the weaknesses in it. I think I got a lot of it, a lot of the kinks worked out. Still finding little tweaks, finding places where the carts still get stuck, working on that. But for the most part, I think we're doing pretty good. I think it's moving along pretty well. We did run into one really large snag though. One of the big problems I kept having with the system is the carts every once in a while would go up to one of these stations, not usually these ones, usually the ones up upstairs on that next floor. They'd just go up to one of these stations, and they'd either pick something up or have something in it that they just dropped off, but not all of them, and then they'd sit there and scream idling, 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 and they wouldn't do anything. And then carts would just keep backing up behind them because of the way I've got the stations in line in the main lines here like this. So it was gumming up the works, and it was really causing me a big problem. And so I went onto the Discord channel, and I had a chat with some people, mainly Steve Mano on there. He's the original author of the mod where this freight cart system came from. At least I'm pretty sure that's how it all worked out. And he was on there, and he helped me out. He was telling me about a couple of details about how it works, about how the system's supposed to try to be getting rid of stuff. Should be bringing it back to the mass storage as long as the mass storage has room for it. For some reason, the system wasn't working right, so not totally sure. He thinks maybe it was because of the large size of the mass storage. So as you can see, this thing is huge. It's 165 crates. And if you look down in that bottom left corner, the warning message there says, warning, mass storage exceeds 100 crates. Consider multiple smaller storages. Which, I don't know. It's always worked just fine. Never had a problem with it. I've asked on the Discord why what that message means, and all the answer I've ever gotten was performance. But it performs fine. I don't get it. I'm not sure if they mean by performance of the computer or performance of the little drones flying back and forth. I'm not really sure. All I know is that's the only thing that he could point to, is that for some reason the cart didn't think it could drop it off here, even though it clearly, it was one of the items it was even sitting here asking for. Never mind it being excess. It was asking for the item, and the cart still wouldn't bring it down. So it was a little weird. Maybe there was a bug with the mass storage because it was so large. So we're trying something new. And that's what I've been doing, is setting up this little setup. And what we're looking at here is per item mass storages. Now, I have to admit, I'm not a fan. I don't like it. I wanted one larger mass storage with everything in it. I'm a Minecraft player, to be fair. Applied Energistics, modded Minecraft, if you've ever played it. It's this huge computerized storage system that digitizes all your storage, and it's cool as heck, and all of your stuff is in one area, and you can automate everything from that one central storage. Well, that's what I was kind of trying to recreate here. You know, I had the two separate storages for the two different main types, but this was going to be, you know, at least for the first set of items, the main storage that I fed the entire base out of, and it was going to look cool. It did look cool. I really liked it. It just didn't work. So I don't know. So I'm trying this instead, which, I don't know. I suppose I could try smaller storages with a handful of items in them each. You know, maybe do, like this one here is actually tin plates and titanium housings, because those are kind of, you know, far as I'm concerned. Kind of first stage crafty things, except not really titanium because that's a tier 2, but whatever. So, you know, maybe I could do craft those into similar, and put those, store those in a similar, in the same mass storage, and have, you know, in little squares going down this line, little smaller mass storages. But I don't know. We're gonna try this, see if it works first. See if these guys get stuck after this guy gets near full. We'll see if the rest of the system gets stuck. Because the way I have it set up now is, okay, so the mass storage is 9 crates big. Okay, so I have it set to the full height of 6. That's total storage of 1,350 items. Okay. I have it only bringing in 10 plates, and I've set the max limit on the station to 1,000. Allowed it 2 carts, and so this is set on the craft supply network. So I switched, well, not switched because you guys were never really around for when I switched it back. But when I took out the mass storage, I actually had to put all the stations onto the single, not there, onto the single, there, Craft's demand network, just so that everything could feed each other. But now that this is back, I've set the supply of the tin back onto the supply network, and that's hooked into that side of the mass storage. So one side is the supply side, pulling in from where the tin plates are made. That's this side. So this one's set to 1,000. So stock 1,000 in here. And then this one is the demand side. So any place in the base that needs tin plates should be pulling it from this one. And so there's 10 plates. I've set it to a target stock of 100. That way it doesn't ever completely empty, for 1. And for 2, I'm also wondering if that's going to allow the carts to think that there's a place it can store it, and if it needs to replace its excess back. That's what I'm hoping, at least. Whether I'm right or not, we will see. This just got set up in the last few minutes, and the base is just running with it now. As you can see, it is filling up, but I don't think we're really going to find out exactly how this is going to work until we get the whole thing filled up and we see some carts out there picking up and dropping off these same items. So we'll have to just let that go and see how it works. So, but what I wanted to do with you guys was mess this up, because that's what I did here. That's great. I did some off-camera work trying to speed things up, and I kind of messed it up. That's great. Okay, we'll fix that together then, I guess. So I was going to set one of these up with you guys. So what I'm doing is, it's basically track on one side, mass storage in the middle, track on the other side. Right beside it, track on one side, mass storage in the middle, track on the next side. And this is where I messed it up. This should be track. And that one. Set up again. Or where the mass storage will go. And be 2 there. This is where another mass storage will go. So then there will be 2 there. No, I just did the same thing. That's horrible. There we go. Pick all this stuff up. Not that I need more construction paste, but hey, why be wasteful? There we go. Okay. Alright, so let's set one of these up. First off, that's not right where it belongs. We're putting one-way cart tracks everywhere we can to prevent the... Are you kidding? Really? Am I out of... Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, so we're putting one-way tracks everywhere we can to prevent the carts from accidentally going the wrong way. I want to keep the flow of them going the same direction as they were. So yeah, definitely. One-way tracks help with that. Stops them from going the wrong way when they're coming out. That's why I'm also putting one-way tracks here as well. So they only ever try to head up that way. There. Lots of junctions in use. As far as I know, is not a problem. I don't really know. That's eventually going to get filled in. So, stations, go like that. That, yep, yeah. So, that and that like that. And we can put this one here, but we're not going to have the other side of it hooked up, so we're really not going to fully set it up. This, put our mass storage down. Oops. Any. Go. Storage down. 5, 6. 5, 6. All right. Might as well put this. So, I mean, I'm just ending up with tons of items in my inventory from tearing this thing down, which is okay, I guess. Just a bit sad. Not quite what I wanted. That's okay. All right, now I know. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Some turbo rails in here so the carts get a nice boost when they leave. Ah! Whoa. Right, now we can fill in with the rest of the tracks. That was useless. Should go up and check on my thread. I haven't checked on my thread in a little bit. When I started, I was not doing very well. Good. Started, I had a very, very high threat. Go up and check on that before we configure these. I had to actually go up and probably, yeah, okay, I can handle that now without a problem because what I did, I actually doubled up our missile turrets. All I really did, a little cheesy, not sure I'm super fan of it right now, but it'll work temporarily until I improve my missile distribution, which I'm still not really sure how I'm going to do. But yeah, just pulled them out of the hopper that I'm feeding from below into another hopper, stuck a turret right on top. It's already on the same cube. This guy's having no problem powering both of them. At least for now, it doesn't look like it's having a problem. And so I kind of instantly doubled my missile power. So, go. Oh, and you know what? Before we, okay, we'll go back down and we'll finish setting that up. But then I forgot to show you guys one of the other things I did while I was gone. So, okay, so let's finish setting this up while we're here. All right, so this is going to be copper wire. So we're going to put this one on the supply network and name this to MS copper wire. That's the name of the mass storage. Okay. Is and because on this network, this is the demand. one is the one asking for things on the supply network. This copper wire here. We're going to set this one to 1,000, even though we can store 1,300 in here. Give it 2 carts and toggle for full. Now, before we go do anything else, we're going to go up to the copper wire one. We're going to switch it over to the supply network. So the carts start to work over to the supply network as fast as possible. Which copper wire is? There's copper wire. Copper wire supply. So here's the supply. Let's switch it over back to the supply network. Right where it belongs. We have no demand for it right now anyway, so we're good. But that should create demand, and in a few moments, probably going to see some carts get assigned to start traveling and getting some copper wire for this guy. Now on this side, we need to supply the base with it, so we'll put it back on the demand network. Call this guy copper wire MS. And on this network, this is the supply. So give it the supply. I already named the storage from there. And it's going to, because we're on a different network, we're going to tell it its freight is wire and allow it to take 100. Put 2 carts on it, and there you go. Now, I just kind of noticed something that I'm not sure. Something new? Did they change? Huh. Huh. Interesting. I'm not sure. I thought they were sharing storage. As soon as you touched them and they shared the name, they shared the storage settings as well. But they're not doing that, which is the way I want it, but I didn't even realize that until... Alright, well, we'll have to see. See if that works. Okay. So there we go. We set up the copper. Let's do the same thing for the gold foil. Put this one on the supply network. Name the storage. S gold foil. Not fold, foil. S foil. Foil. There we go. And gold foil. S. Gold. Foil. There's our foil. Put it to 1,000. Done. Carts. Wait for any. Head on upstairs. Find the gold foil supply. Which I believe is this guy. Yes, gold foil. Oh no, that's the gold demand. You? Oh, you're the gold foil supply. Okay, put you back on the supply network. I want to actually reverse that. I should make that the gold foil supply and make that the gold demand. That's alright. That. What are you doing? Oh, copper wire, because you're coming and getting copper wire stolen from you now, aren't you? Taking you guys so long. Oh, everybody's coming to get picked up from. That's what it's supposed to be. Alright. So then let's come down here. We'll finish this off. Alright, so this one's going to go onto the demand network. And we are calling this one gold foil MS supply. Item foil. Put it at 100. 2 carts. 2 carts, I said. And wait for any. There we go. Alright, how we doing here? 725. So, what's that? 3 more carts to 800, 4 carts per 100. So, 11 carts left. So this thing should be at capacity. That will get at the backlog that I'm looking for. Alright. Okay. Looks like we're not under attack. Check. Just getting under attack now, aren't we? Darn it. I wanted to check. That's okay. Still pretty low. Hope I'm still at 5 losses. I don't believe I've lost again, but I would like to be able to see it. That is a really low threat, so should be fine on this attack. So one of the things else I wanted to show you was I did a setup over here. So if you haven't seen it, this is the hive that I've been mining for my resin. Once in a while I'll go down to my lithium, which is my closest to the surface ore that's below Minox spawning level. And I'll let him grow a little, and then I had this set up here of just a single ablator and call it liquefier, and then the refiner was below. So that would just get me a little bit every once in a while. Ooh, what do I got? 11 more, nice. And then it wasn't quite doing what I needed, because now in this later game we're going to need a lot of resin. So we're going to need to have one of these farms set up. Well, DJ has recently added in the adventure pack content, at least I'm pretty sure it's part of the adventure pack content, this little item here, which is Hive Mind Agitator. So what you can do is, for the cost of 1 hive brain, you can make the hive agitator, and all it is you feed it a bunch of power, and it angers the hive mind and causes it to grow. At least I guess that's the lore behind it. Out of my hole, please. So I've set up a little system here. First of all, in order for this to work, I had to increase the ability to destroy the resin faster, and I had to be able to do it from all sides. So I set up one of these little single single ablator, single liquefier setups on all 4 of the cardinal sides of the hive mind. Now, it doesn't reach too high, which is a slight flaw in this whole thing. But the way I've got it set up right now, I think it's going to be okay for now. But I do need to definitely extend it up higher, and probably even pull a couple down from the top. That'll eventually work all of that stuff out of there as well. So what I do is I have this little laser here sitting on top of just a small generator setup. So I'm not feeding too much power into this thing. But I'm just taking a little bit of coal off of my line here, and feeding it into these 2 pyrothermics. And when I want to spawn this thing, I just turn that guy around, and he points at the agitator, and this guy gets agitated, and there he goes. And I can actually just leave it pointed there permanently now. If I really wanted to, it's completely self-automated, because he grows upwards. And because of where I place the laser, going directly across the top of him, as he grows, he blocks the laser to the hive mind agitator, essentially stopping his growth. So it stops him from growing until the lasers the ablators and the liquefiers have a chance to clear the area for the laser to transmit power back to this thing. It's a semi-dangerous but working currently system. there is certainly a chance that the top can grow out of control. Like that right there does look like it's out of reach. These guys are probably not going to be able to take that down. But I did let this go for a good couple of hours last night or the night before when I set this up. And it did hold it at bay enough. A couple of pieces got stranded up there, but for the most part, the whole system worked the way I wanted it to. Got a couple hundred resin out of it. See, already got one right now. And so it was pretty nice. It brings threat up through the roof, though. So I bet you if we head over there right now, although I think we're under attack, so not going to really be able to tell, are we? Yeah, through the air. Oh. Card while we're here. Arthur, go ahead. Let's see. 3714. Yeah, see, no, I don't think it alters until I'm out of an attack, or at least in between rounds or something like that. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I'm generating a lot of power over there. That's kind of the point of it. A lot of power generated. And it raises the threat a lot. And I don't know if the Hive Agitator raises threat as well. That's a possibility, I guess. I am just shooting electricity at one of these brains, basically, I guess is the concept behind it. So, yeah. But that's the thing. It does seem to work. Look, I think it did it again. Yeah, I think it might have cleared out some. And the way these ablators and liquefiers work is looks like they seem to go in a sphere out from itself. And so once they get past a certain point, they go beyond where the laser is running. And so even if the laser gets through for a little bit and then it fills up again, the liquefiers and ablators are often beyond it. See, like here, it's on to the next one, and it's not even going to that one anymore. So it really does seem to, like I said, it seems to keep itself controlled. I know that it's pointed this way. I will not let it go for long periods of time without checking on it. But so far, it has done pretty well. I know I had to extend the coal production over here a lot. If I do what I want to do with it, bring it up higher, then I'm going to have to extend the coal production even further. I mean, at that point, in reality, it's when I should bite the bullet and switch this over to turbines. I could probably deliver power or the HCFE over here via Falcors, probably, I think. So that might work. So no, I'd have to have a decent Falcor system set up, so there can be plenty coming over here. I need to make sure power stays steady over to this. If I'm going to have this thing pointing into it, then yeah, definitely going to need to make sure it stays steady. But we're going to point this away for today. I don't really want to have to generate a ton of power over here while we're streaming. I'd like to be able to keep the threat at bay so I don't have to worry about that and worry about my base dying. So, gonna shut that off for now, and we will turn it back on when things are back to normal. So, I'm gonna just swing over here real quick and check to make sure all this is running smoothly. Yes, you seem to be. Why don't I drop some of this off while I'm here? Is that it? Good. Goodbye. Doing all right? Yeah, you're doing all right. All right, good. Good. Okay. So, let's see. We have set this up. How is this doing? Good. 950. So 2 more carts, and this guy's full. We'll have to keep our eyes out to see if there's any more carts stuck out there. Sure. All right. So okay. So why don't we start by getting some coal? Let's grab some coal. Actually, before we do that, let's go start plotting out our area for our orbital transmitter, which I believe I want to put here. So the orbital transmitter reference machines, probably. Orbital transmitter. I want to know how big it is. I believe it's a 25 by 25, or is it a 15 by 15? 15 by 15 by 25? Is that what it is? Here, so get an answer. Let's see. Hiding from me. Far out there. The order that I opened them? I just opened it up. There it is. Okay. So we're going to need 1,053 components in total. Must be built in 13 meter tall by 9 by 9. Okay, so 9 by 9. All right, so that's not even that big. All right, so I don't need the workflow excavator out to handle this. In fact, I want to probably do, huh? Just to keep it at a decent level so I don't have a problem. Yeah. Right, so let's get rid of this. We're just going to extend this floor here. Bring this guy out all the way to the end of the building, maybe a little bit further. Got going on over here. Good. So that's as far as it extends, huh? So I really should bring the workflow excavator over sometime and clear this stuff out. For now, we're just going to clear this much. So excuse the boring footage for a little bit. Do some clearing of a little area. Sorry. Step back. Just so I have a nice area to walk around. Everybody's got to dig, right? Go down one more. One. Alright. So first, let's bring you here. Go out at least 9. Should be 9 at least. There. I guess I really should. Out this side too, as well. Suppose I could clear out a little over it. Oh no, I really can't, huh? Plants. See, when you do that to me, game. Hopefully that one went right through that plant, I hope. Ah, it does go through the plant. Good. Oh, look at that! I made a plant grow on the stuff. Sure, that was a not intended feature. Wonder. Actually, I guess I've never really tried it. Can you plant on those? Pretty weird. Wonder if they will grow again after I harvest them. I'm really surprised that I have one herbivore set up and it really can't reach over here. That seems weird. So the reason I wanted to put it back here was so I had easy access to the power generation that I have been building in here. Because actually there, the other things I set up while I was away was things I mentioned last time on stream. I set up, oh no, that's right, not what we mentioned last time on stream. We were on stream together doing this. That's right. These guys filled up a couple of times now, and I've come over and grabbed them. And I've gone up here in, I wanted to go up one more. That's okay. That later. No, not there. Here. And look what I have set up. What are you sucking air from? Weird. So there we go. I've got those set up. They are going to power my massive bank of tier 4 batteries. And we're going to, what we're really going to do, at least for the OET, is set up a whole set of these facing this way, with tier 4 batteries feeding into tier 4 batteries over there, and feeding the tier 4 battery power out the building and into the OET. That's the goal. That's the plan. That's how we're going to do this. Let's see if it works, at least. The idea. Right. So we've got, what, one more of these to set up? 3. Good. So we need those 3. 36 more. 9 more. So let's go grab those and set those up. That'll let me start setting up the back row. What I really can't wait until I find the place to set up the storefront. So it's probably what's going to go here. I really think so. So this was going to be the big teleport room, But now that I don't really need to teleport like that, because I have access to the advanced teleporter, that really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So I really think I'm going to end up changing this up. Just, I don't know. It's a lot of stuff's going on in this area already, so it might not work. But then that would mean that the store would have to be like on the other side of there or something like that, which works for what's going on below it, because quite honestly, nothing is going on below it right now. So I have all that room set up there, but it's far away. But I suppose if I have everything going on over there, then it won't be far away from everything. That will be everything. But then there's also the idea that I will be down in the cold cavern soon. So maybe I'll set up everything down in the cold cavern. I don't know. This is the mystery and I don't know. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I wonder, would it be insane to run the carts all the way down to the cold caverns as part of the same network, or even just a different network? But to be able to deliver all the stuff that I'm building up here down to there, so I have it in both places? I suppose it's a possibility. What do you guys think? You should let me know. Definitely. I'm very interested to hear about what you think. Be kind of a big undertaking. It's a lot of track. But I'm making a lot of track, so it's totally possible. Why don't I stop blabbing and go get the parts that I need? So we said we needed, as far as the intakes go, that's 36 of these. 1, 10, 20, 30, 1, 2, 5, 6. So then we needed 3 and 9, so that's 10, 11, 12. Good. So let's go finish off those last 2 turbines. And that will actually enable me to completely switch over the top half of this building to turbine power once I figure out how I'm actually going to deliver the fuel, which is probably, I guess I don't know if I'm going to bring it in from the top from Valcor's. That's probably too slow. So I will probably bring it in from the what? Didn't I grab? Oh, I needed 6 there. Oh, I counted wrong of how many I needed. Alright, well, before I go get that. Yeah, so I'm actually probably going to hook up a bulk mass storage export. Full again. Yeah, hook up a bulk mass storage export to a storage that has all the HCFE in it and send that over. How is this doing? Are we full? 1,000. I believe that's what my limit is set to, right? It's 2,000. 1,300 even. Oh, okay. That's 2,000 used total. That's the canisters as well. Good, good. Holding steady with that. That's very good. Keeping up with missile production, as well as what little we're using down in the cold caverns. So, back to this. Get my last 3. Right? Got 3. Good. Now, eventually, I will switch pretty much the whole base over to turbine power. And the lower part of this room will be switched to turbine power. And most of the coal will be replaced. I will still use it in places, but most of the base will be on turbine power. At that point, all the coal lines will turn into laser power lines. How I'm going to do that but I'm doing the top first because I want to charge up the OET, start getting rid of the overmines. Alright, so that is that. So now we're going to need to bring in HCFE, which is exactly why I built the HCFE mass storage right over there. So I can just pop it up into, I'm probably going to do it. What's going on down here in this floor? Not bad, huh? Okay, okay. So I suppose what that means. What if I... Huh. Trying to figure out a way I can feed both sides. And so not only do I have to feed, but I also have to take back. So we need a two-way. There not be. I guess I don't want to be over the full setup, but I don't really mind being over the foot. Not super ideal because it will be preventing me from cross between, but I think I can make it work. So then the other thing is I got to figure out also how I'm going to set up the back row. I want to have, I'm going to need to go grab some tier 4 power components, I think. Start toying with this. I want to have the tier 4 power components. Jeez, can I put them in the wall? I think and also power to be transferred into them as fast as possible. All right, so you know what I think we need to do? Get these hooked up. I'm gonna go this line here. It's gonna be my line. Really need to all this room up here. I guess I could put it up above. Oh, really? Fact. Anybody see it? Orbital impact. Where are you hiding? Oh. Yeah, that's why I'm not sure I like the new fog. Sure, it's decent for performance. Not great for seeing things off in the distance. PC was able to handle it pretty good. Actually able to sometimes see the last trail of smoke for a while. Seeing anything. Alright, well, I'll have to go on a hunt later for that thing. So I'm thinking instead, maybe what I'll do is so if I were to something facing this way. Suppose looks crosses. Okay. And then do what I want. Can I get it to do this? Work. Go. Come on. That does work. Okay. So then, and just bring this in like so. Here. That. So I want to mess with the walkway. I guess either way I'm messing with A1. Huh. Alright. Let's do it like this. Like that. Same thing here. Fuel. Air. Hopper. Backlog. That one over there, otherwise it's gonna look dumb. We would like to actually line it up with the hopper, otherwise it'll look really dumb. Like to leave that hopper there. Alright. So now we are starting to feed. So, let's see. Where do I want to go in the building? Kind of leaning towards going in there. There, maybe? Yeah, I guess let's try there. There. Put the logistics grommet in. Through the wall. Then do that. Yep. Okay. There we go. We have our first feed of HECF. On remove only. Darn it, I wasn't fast enough. Put this guy here. Add only. For these guys, all we actually need to do is pass a conveyor over them. And it'll be that simple of a cleanup. So, voila. We now have a turbine power setup. This back out. there, down there, head on out so I have it, and see. Gonna need to back this in line with this. Oh, that couldn't be more perfect, huh? Right. No matter what, I want it to back from this line. There. Yes. That'll work. If that will, that should feed into. All right, so that feeds into that thing. Eve creates the full loop. Need that guy there, but doing you. We're at 1300 still. Putting. So, yeah, I believe turbines are set up. Hop on over. I really do want to put a door at the other end of this building. Match this guy. Yeah, you are full of power, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Can I go behind it? Not running? Get out alive, so that's good. Good. That's not bad. Set up. I think it. Okay. Right. So, see. Buy guys down. Go into here. 27 of these guys. I've got 44, so I can build at least one of them. 2, 3. Okay, good. So I've got an inventory full of stupid plants. So if I were to build this guy here, when he forms, he's not going to get power. Almost positive of that, because I do believe the front of these things do not pass power, which I'm not a fan of. I wish they did. Guess I get it. Second. Instead, if I were to boom, thing like boom, 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 boom. Let me get you going. We drain you. Let's see, get you guys fully ramped up. Draining the power out of this guy, at least. Draining the power out of that guy. Brett. Crazy power. Still threat low enough that I can hold it off. Those extra turrets, those extra missile turrets, actually I think I can hold off a good 6,000 to 7,000 threat right now. Upgrade the missile turret types, missile type soon, and that should get me up to the 10,000, 15,000 range. I believe where I need to be. Alright, yeah, so we are indeed keeping them drained. Go up to full power yet? $100 for. Oh, some missile just blew up above us? Huh. Why is that so close? 455 at 200,000 RP. I think I got the... What are you blowing up at? Really don't want you wasting my missiles, please. Please don't shoot at nothing. Is there even anything there? What in the world just happened there? Okay. We're gonna let that do its thing. At least I know that the mobs aren't above my head. Still not sure why the intake animation, but whatever. Guy almost full? Getting there. And then, so if I were to do spot in the middle, and it was gonna line up, would break them and bring them all together. That's gonna mess up. Perfect right now. There's an extra spot on the other side, but okay, I should be able to make that work. What I typically find is always one part of the power line that needs more power than others. So having it all one continuous power line helps to even out the power distribution. But I should be able to make it work. I should be fine. That's not the biggest problems. That there so I don't fall in. Here working. But yeah, I kind of really like this setup. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Good, I can just go boom and bring that guy all the way across. Case. Take lease. Room for food. Empty food canisters, empty fuel canisters, whatever. I'm doing this action here. Taking care of my turbines. Alright, so we're at an hour and 11. I think that's going to be it for me tonight. Rather sore throat. I don't really have much more to do other than this anyway, so I'm going to take it easy, head on out from here, and see you all next week. So, thank you for stopping by, watching me play, and hope to see you next week. And take it easy, everybody. Bye.